in attendance in women's basketball of the Indiana Hoosiers, and they are here and ready to go, and we are ready to bring it to you to start your Saturday of college hoops here on Fox. Betts with a height advantage at 6'7", and UCLA wins the tip. First meeting is Big Ten opponents in this new structured Big Ten this year with 18 teams. Right inside, two Betts, and right into the basket.
And that's what we talked about coming in on the air. Lauren Betts gets her post position. They opt for a little bit of a one-on-one matchup, and she just has her way inside.
And there is Garzone. That's the player you mentioned, Kim. Had an injury scare in the win against Wisconsin, but looked pretty healthy right there.
Yeah, she is such a talent. Now emerging as more of a leader on this team in her junior season at 6'3", can score from anywhere on the floor.
But the big thing to watch is this matchup inside. Can Indiana handle the size of UCLA? Rice off the mark. And we see it right there.
Gets about 50% of their own misses. She wants to bring that number down to about 25% today, but a quick second chance, and Gabriela Jaquez with the two.
Basketball fans know that last name at UCLA. Garzone trying to bully her way inside, fading and connecting.
You see her mobility, the ability to switch onto a guard and step out and contest.
And right back into Betts, spinning and scoring. Janiah Barker, such a good defender here as she marks Garzone, who fires a three, but short, out of bounds. They go into her again, and she is just too much to handle inside. Well, right now, it is Betts going to the bench, so Indiana will at least get a reprieve in that sense. A whistle and another offensive foul. Veteran officiating crew, as you would expect for a game like this. Michael McConnell, Brian Hall, Brendan Pantoja. And there is Janiah Barker, 2 years at Texas A&M. Active hands, Dugalich takes it away.
And there's more length for Angela Dugalich. She's 6'4". She can defend on the perimeter. So much length for UCLA defensively.
And the Bruins trying to add to what is a 7-0 run right now. Make it a 9-0 run. See if Indiana can stop the bleeding here after Terry Morin is forced to take that time out. But this is a UCLA team that's not only 14-0, they have beat their opponents by an average margin of victory of 31 points.
Yeah, they have just been decimated teams.
That will help Indiana. There is the veteran, Chloe Moore-McNeil. Artisano, though, gets to the rim and puts it up and in. Yeah, there really aren't any. And Betts, speaking of her, she is back out there for Corey Close and the Bruins. They give Strickland the space to shoot it. That's not her game. And it's off the back of the iron. Artisano back down inside. There comes a triple team. And it leaves Gardner open, and now she's going to have 3 free throws. And that's the thing, Kim. You said it.
This is only Betts' second year turning, playing together. Kiki Rice, Lauren Betts, Jaquez. So that's gotten better as well, in addition to the new pieces that have been brought in.
Gardner able to take advantage at the line, and now it's 18-7 here, 7 minutes into the game. Sydney Parrish comes to get it. Drives, great pass. Meister wide open. Meister, such a big role this year after the departure of Mackenzie Holmes, the All-American. Artisano, long range, no good. And a rebound comes down to Bargesser. Alexis Bargesser pushes. There's Garzone. She will take it. And she knocks it down.
Allow them to get out and run in pace.
And look at Parrish with a steal. And as she was passing it, she was being held.
Little life for the Hoosiers.
Here is Alexis Bargesser. A lot of speed for the junior out of Michigan. Chesky gets a screen. Crossover. Leaning in. And she will get herself to the charity stripe.
Welcomes the physicality.
When she entered the portal, Kim, they asked her what she was looking for. She said, I wanted a coach who was tough on their players.
Yeah, it is a really nice fit.
Rice, they're trying to get it into Betts. And they do. Back out. Jaquez lines it up. Long rebound to Chesky. Chesky pushes. Parrish from 18. Yes! The junior from D.C. gets a screen. Step back three. Rebound Indiana. Final seconds of the quarter. More McNeil from half court. But Indiana on a 9-0 run to get within 2.
She's okay with really anybody taking a three if they're going inside out, if they're shifting the defense. But I think an important message from her to not get too stagnant as Indiana has come right back into this game.
9-0 run for the Hoosiers. And how about the rebounds being even right now?
Yeah, that was Indiana's biggest concern in this game. UCLA, the best rebounding team in the country in terms of margin, almost a plus 20. So a really good awareness of defensive rebounding for Indiana in the first quarter.
Getting toward the end of the shot clock. More McNeil off the back of the iron. Dugalich tries to drive on more McNeil. Tough attempt at the finish. It's been such a physical game so far. Shea Chesky backs it up against the defense of London Jones. Drives by her, but then Jones recovers. Up ahead, Jaquez in transition. Count it. And the foul. And trying to complete a three-point play here. And she does. Crowd is imploring Meister to shoot it. Well, it looked pretty good, but in and out. You can tell, though, Betts is daring her to take that outside jumper. Now Betts on the interior, and she has a chance at a three-point play. Betts cannot hit the free throw, and there's a foul. And that's going to go against Indiana. They're going to get Yardin Garzon.
Yeah, Mackenzie Holmes, the program's best player of all time. It has to be tough for Terry Morin to see her down there, but not be able to call her number.
Because she certainly would be defending Betts if she was out there. Strickland, though, is able to get the stop. I think the defenses have kind of reigned supreme here early. Chloe Moore McNeil rolls around and out. Things just not falling right now for the Hoosiers. Kiki Rice finding Betts. And Betts will head to the line. Put Rice with Betts. That is such a dangerous combo.
From Stanford, it's really starting to flourish, that partnership.
Betts missing on the second. 8-point UCLA lead here as we get inside of 5 minutes left in the half.
Indiana has to keep moving, not just one player with the ball and everybody watches. They've been their best when there's off-ball movement.
There is Kiki Rice. Driving inside, blocked from behind by Chesky. UCLA keeps it. London Jones. Tapped out. Rice step through, and she's fouled.
What stands out to me, Brandon, they have just 3 assists in this game. They had averaging 23 assists per game over their last 6 wins. So you've got to keep that ball moving.
I'm sure Terry Morin, that had to be a point of emphasis during that timeout. Battle for the rebound again. Seems like every rebound is a battle. Right now they've got to get their offense on track. Arnesano back to Kiki Rice. 10 to shoot. Gets a screen from Dugalich. Goes to work. Hangs and scores.
Kiki Rice is as tough as they come off the bounce. Lauren Betts getting a break on the bench, but there is no let-up. Kiki Rice taking it right to the Indiana defense.
Now you mentioned all the talk about Betts, but Rice was the #2 recruit in that 22 class. And Indiana has 5 players with 2,000. Now Parrish has 3. Dugalich, yes! Folks, Indiana still has not scored here in this second quarter. Chesky has it taken away. Kiki Rice, one of the quickest guards in the country, lays it up and in.
Holding teams to just about 32% field goal. They've been aggressive. They're long.
They will get to the line here to try to get their first points of the second quarter. And Garzone, and she started all 78 games in an Indiana uniform. And she knocks down the second. Artisalo, that was a tough shot, scooping it up and in with a right.
She is an underrated freshman in this country. She's coming over from Finland. She's had lots of professional and international experience. She's a hooper.
Stripling, yes, just inside the arc. That was a point of emphasis after the win against Michigan for Corey Close. Her team has responded today. Dugalich, they say that it is an offensive foul. The shot clock is turned off here for the Hoosiers. Chloe Moore McNeil, the fifth-year senior. She's going to initiate. Over to Garzone. No. Indiana tracks it down to the corner. One last shot. Yes! Strickland at the buzzer to at least get it down to a dozen.
The perimeter length of UCLA, the disruption is bothering them. So that's why I think they need a little bit more movement in the half court. That's going to free some things up on the perimeter. And we should also mention, I thought the foul trouble kind of took away from their rhythm a little bit. They had 5 players in that first half that had at least 2 fouls. Players were coming in and out.
Indiana does start the second half with the ball. Here's Garzone attacking Dugalich. Great defense. Well, maybe not. They do get a foul.
But she's met with equal size in this matchup.
Twin sister actually serving in the Israeli military right now. Of course, the ongoing war in Gaza says it's been very difficult.
Trying to get loose a little bit. A quick sub.
And Dugalich 3 fouls. So it's a little risky going for that jump ball. Rice can't get it close range, and Chloe Moore McNeil takes it out of there. Jaquez. Oh, going right at the 6'7" center. Small but mighty is Jaquez.
Definitely no fear from Chesky, but that's the pace that Indiana wants to look to play, and it started by getting the stop and the rebound.
She was giving up a foot in the size disadvantage category, but she gets the crowd into it. Barker quiets the crowd with a mid-range jumper.
It's just such a tough team to defend because they were defending Betts so well in the post. They were fronting her. They couldn't lob it in, and then Barker just knocks in an easy one.
Parrish cannot connect from the wing, and here comes Kiki Rice. Jones down inside to Betts. Kick out. Jaquez in rhythm. Yes. She grew up 45 miles from Westwood out there in California. Always wanted to play for the Bruins, and now getting the opportunity to do that, just like her brother did. Garzone trying to drive it on Barker. Off balance, but she got it to go.
Tough bucket. She's being met with multiple matchups with size, length, physicality. But she's sticking with it, and she's fired up on this end as well, trying to get her teammates involved.
She's got 12 to lead the Hoosiers, does Garzone. Barker in and out. There's Betts, though, and she sticks it back home.
And that's just frustrating.
Garzone on the step back. Left it short. Jaquez. Nobody stopped her. And Betts again, such a problem on the offensive glass. Almost taken away by Parrish. Betts fading and hitting from 10 feet.
You simply can't defend that if you don't have the size to match up with her. She gets a little separation and just a smooth finish over the top of 2 defenders.
She's got 13 now to go along with 8 rebounds. Chloe Moore McNeil is going to pull and hit from 18 feet straight on.
Pretty much any time she wants. There it is again.
Stripling playing with those 3 fouls. She kicks it to Rice, right back into that well, and right up.
Lauren Betts so smart. They're sending her the double. She kicks it out and then instantly reposts, and they forget about it.
Mid-range jump shot.
To UCLA, they're lucky they didn't go right up with the layup there. Kiki Rice a little conservative.
Midway point of quarter number 3. Betts again. Kicks it out. There's Rice. Buries the triple. So tough to stop. And now Indiana able to get a bucket again from McNeil, who's starting to heat up. This new look Big Ten is so deep, so dangerous. 7 of the 18 in the top 25 of the most recent poll. Headlined by these Bruins. Betts, great pass. Gardner cuts to the rim and lays it in.
There's Lauren Betts summed up. We've seen her score when she wants to, and then we've seen her be patient, see where the double is coming from, and finding a teammate the last couple of possessions. Maybe in the early part of that second quarter, I thought the pressure was really good. They've got to bring that back.
Offensive. And look who's in the middle of it. More McNeil.
Can they consistently get stops on the other end and just stop the waves of this UCLA team?
Blowing More McNeil as of late has been the offensive spark. Right now it's Chesky giving it up to Garzone. Good shot fake. Drives baseline and scores it off the glass. Indiana's hit their last 5 shots to get this down to 11. Left Jaquez wide open. There's Betts again on the glass. Right back down into Lauren Betts. Jaquez, short. Knocked out, and here comes Chesky. 1-on-2. Takes it, scores it, and the foul.
Look at that northeast edge, I have to say, as a New Yorker myself.
Dugalich fouled, and she connects. Been a frustrating afternoon for the 5th-year senior Sydney Parrish. She just picked up her 4th foul, so she goes to the bench. This Hoosiers team, 6-game win streak. Trying to hang with UCLA, but Betts and UCLA right now too much. Rice slips it into Jaquez.
Those two are as good as it gets in transition. You have to mark them at all times.
Kiki Rice, one of the best guards in the country. Just a tremendous pass. Meister follows that miss up for 2. Inside of a minute here in the 3rd quarter. Betts. Count the bucket and the foul. 17 now for Betts. 10 rebounds. Another double-double. She misses the free throw, and now we have a foul. So many bodies inside, it opens up everything for her teammates. She's getting a rare breather right now. London Jones, great three-point shooter. Down inside, here's Janiah Barker, but she lost it. Shot clock off here, Indiana can hold for 1.
McNeil has certainly been their hot hand. Let's see if they just keep it in her hands and let her operate.
Inside of 10 seconds, now she goes to work. Guarded by Dudley. Gives it up. Garzone. A long rebound to Dudley. And that is how quarter 3 number ends.
That's why she's gotten most of her points on the run, on the dribble, getting to the rack. They're going to need her and some of her teammates to step up here to overcome 12-point deficit heading into the 4th.
Indiana still has not been able to connect from deep. Just 3 of 15 from long range today. For UCLA after this, so go up to West Lafayette to take on Purdue. That's part of the new scheduling format in the Big Ten. More McNeil missing from deep. And I think that new format makes a lot of sense. You kind of do these tandem road trips to make it easier with the cross-country travel.
Yeah, I think so, especially when, you think you're coming to the Midwest, but you're really on East Coast time.
They will get tomorrow and Monday off. They'll play Tuesday at Purdue before heading back out to California. Chesky splits the defenders. No whistle. And UCLA takes it the other way. London Jones had a quiet day. He's making some noise there. And that, Kim, is her bread and butter.
Yeah, London Jones set the UCLA single season record for threes made last season. Her percentage hasn't been anything crazy this year, 33%, but she can make some timely ones. And there goes the Indiana three that you were looking for.
This is their fourth of the game. That's on the other end. Power dribble. Up. Yes. Two more. Give her 19.
Big mismatch on that.
Near zone a little too much. And Betts clears it. Already has her 9th double-double of the season here today. Chesky, so pesky. She's got the steal. Up ahead to Moore McNeil, who lays it in.
It's tough to get him up and in this matchup.
Just the 4th all-time meeting between these two teams, and right now UCLA with a 14-point advantage. Indiana riding that 6-game win streak. Parrish playing with 4 fouls, missing the 3. But if the Hoosiers want to extend that win streak, they've got some work to do here over the final 5.5. Arnisalo and the Bruins trying to stay perfect, trying to get to 15-0. Betts, their leader, with 2 more. Garzone drives and went right through the contact. Arnisalo fading in and out. Maybe a little window of opportunity for the Hoosiers. Chesky driving, fouled.
23 points, 11 rebounds. She's been impressive passing out of the post, out of those double teams as well. And she has 2 blocks.
Her dad, Andy, was a center at Long Beach State, was a 2nd-round pick by the Hornets back in '98. He was 7 feet tall. But Lauren's mom, Michelle, was a volleyball player at Long Beach State. She's tall and athletic. With a left hand this time, though, off the mark. Less than 4 minutes to play. Does Indiana have a last gasp effort? Moore McNeil's had a big second half for the Hoosiers. Inside of 10 to shoot. Moore McNeil comes back to grab it. 15-footer, too much. Strickland puts it back.
Indiana has switched to a zone defense here the last 2 possessions.
Pass inside that zone, and Jaquez is fouled, and you can see the frustration. 2 at the line for Jaquez. Could have played D1 for softball, but basketball was her passion, and she's able to get her own miss here.
Well, they pulled her onto the softball team this spring in the postseason. I think she came in as a pinch runner.
Yeah, against Georgia in the Super Regionals. They had to ask her coach, Corey Close, if they could bar her. She said yes, just don't hurt her. And she actually pinch ran. Here she's firing a 3, but it rolls off on Jaquez.
For Indiana means a body clock of 9 a.m. for UCLA. It was not an easy circumstance to come into this one with the crowd.
Well, UCLA has led pretty much from the jump. Meister's able to draw a foul. Certainly travel is different in the 18-team Big Ten.
Scheduled her non-conference more on the West Coast, playing more local schools.
UCLA content to eat some clock and then go into Lauren Betts.
Betts just pouring it on. That gives her 25 for the game. Has had no let-up in working for her post position.
Well, she has been as advertised. At the line. That gets it down to 10. If the score holds, Indiana will drop to 10-4 and 2-1 in the Big Ten. Here's Gardner. Indiana's got to get something up quickly. La Mendola drives. blocked, but a foul.
Not right now. They'll have a couple of opportunities to knock off some teams as we look at that upcoming.
Now led them to 4 straight NCAA tournaments. There is the 5th, so that will put Kiki right.
She puts so much pressure on the defense because of how well she can get into the paint. 18 points on 76% shooting. Her season efficiency is 61%, which is pretty much unheard of from a guard. That's insane.
She's also a junior, along with Betts in that same recruiting class. Garzone inside to Meister. That gets it back to 8, but Indiana's running out of time. And Rice will return to the foul line.
Tens of thousands of fans booing when there's no let up on the boos. And we've seen them dismantle teams, win by 30 points. They're going to be single-digit games. I think these are the games that are most meaningful to win once you get down to March and postseason play.
Rice misses the second. Well, now we'll walk to the other end for free throws. Now she's got a chance at win number 302 here today against Indiana. Garzone for deep. That goes whining, and that is into the hands of Jaquez, and it's going to be a tie-up. Rice comes to get it, and quickly fouled. Kiki, another young woman who has an incredible family story. Her dad, John, played at Yale. Her mom played tennis at Yale. And her brother, Mateo, is a senior at Yale right now playing basketball.
Pretty casual,
accomplished family, right?
Very casual family gatherings. It's going to be a really fun couple of months in this conference.
Closing moments of this game. More McNeil inside, kicks it out. And that's a good block by London Jones. And they're not going to foul. And UCLA is going to escape and gets a 15-0 with a 73-62 victory over Indiana.
Janiah Barker is waving to her new Indiana fans, but impressive for UCLA.